Yes, 2-5 is here. Sports reports as ordered. What's up, people? Hope y'all having a great day out there. It's been a rainy day down here in the Alamo, but hopefully your day is pretty and sunny and all that. But I just wanted to come on for a few minutes. 2-5 Daily. Like, subscribe, review, share, do all the good things, do all the free things. So we had SEC Media Day already. That done passed by. ACC Media Day is going on right now. So Jim Phillips is already in a fight with Florida State, Clemson, whatever's going on with conference realignment and all of that, and keep your eye on Virginia and North Carolina, by the way, in that conversation. But it's always the quiet ones that'll get you, right? But as I was going through, watching all this film and everything, Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, gets out here and he's still talking about how Georgia was one of the best 4 teams in the country and they deserved their playoff spot last year. That ended up going to Alabama, who, by the way, beat Georgia. So then, of course, my beloved Seminoles, as you can see behind me there, they were left out as the first undefeated Power 5 champion to not make the playoffs. So Mike Norvell, I think, had a great response. He said that Georgia definitely earned their loss. And here's the problem, right? Every week is supposed to be a playoff. So Georgia played Alabama in the SEC championship game. Great game, 2 great teams, 1 prevailed. Therefore, you are eliminated under the rules at the time to some degree, and that's the problem within itself, is that you couldn't have rules because you always needed a back door for the SEC to enter. So when Alabama beat Georgia, it upset the apple cart because Texas beat Alabama earlier in the season at Tuscaloosa, by the way. They went on to win the Big 12. 1 loss. Can't put Texas in, because if you put Texas in, what do you do with Alabama? SEC champion got to get in, but I can't put Alabama in and not put Texas in. So Florida State ends up, taking the choppy to the PP on that one. And then Georgia wants to sit up here and talk about how great they are. Greg Sankey wants to talk about how great Georgia is. They lost. Now, this year, obviously, we have a 12-team playoff. So nobody's going to cry tears if a 11-2 team gets left out. But my question is, what do you do when, let's say hypothetically, let's say the SEC title game is Texas against Ole Miss. And let's just say, for shits and giggles, let's say Ole Miss is 11 or 10-2 coming into that game. Texas is 11-1. Ole Miss wins. So now Ole Miss is 11-2. Texas is 11-2. But then you say you have Georgia at 10-2 and they beat Texas during the regular season. Is it actually more advantageous to lose in the conference championship, or I'm sorry, to not make the conference championship game and have a chance to get in over the loser? Or is the committee going to honor the fact that the team in the championship game that lost was the runner-up? What outweighs what? Or are we going to get into these contests again? Are we going to get into these conversations where it depends on who the teams are? You know what I mean? Like, it's easier to argue, say, Oklahoma over Missouri than it would be the other way around. It might be easier to say, let Miami in versus Virginia Tech. So by adding and going to 12 teams, what do you think we really solved?